you're doing. What's new? What's cracking? So, new moon energy is abound, and yes, I feel afresh. I haven't actually practiced anything this new moon, to be honest. I just feel like my mind is leading me all in the place that needs to go. I've been meditating and crafting to just stay attuned to my higher self, and I feel like I am more and more, and my mind is where it needs to be, and I am more forthright in what I need to do, and I'm restructuring, rebuilding things. So I hope you all are basking in this energy and are able to do the same and thrive, not just survive. Today is the 16th of the 4th, 2018, which equals to a 22 vibration or 4 lesser vibration. And the 22, well, the 22, is the high octave of the 4 vibration. And the 4 being about structuring, rebuilding, grounder foundations, starting with the mind, when it comes to the higher octave, which is 22, which is known as the master builder, it's about being a visionary, being able to see beyond the forest, beyond your nose even, and being able to structure and plan for the macro, not just the micro. Let me repeat, the macro, not just the micro, because the micro will be your reality and the macro will be the collective reality. So when you're looking at the difference between the higher octave of the number, especially when it comes to the master builders or master numbers even, if you're looking at the 4 as the 22, you'd see the 4 as the lesser vibration, not because it's less than, but it's just looking at the immediate reality, where if you look at the 22, it's looking at the collective reality. Again, the micro versus the macro. Same with the 2 and the 11 vibration and the 6 and the 33 vibration. So yeah, today is the 16th, which is the 7 vibration. So spiritually inclined, to reflect, and it being a moon day, which is all about balancing the emotions, checking your emotions, learning to let go and release, and release and shake away the shackles that we have emotionally and mentally is important on this day. And the vibrating colors is blue and white. The resonating aroma is jasmine, and the mineral therapy is silver. So silver coinciding with the moon energy, the feminine energy. Balance your waters. And when we talk about the masculine and the feminine energy, don't ever forget, I think we have to we have to drum this in these days, that we have both masculine and feminine. Okay, so when I'm talking about the moon and the feminine energy, you as a male form, you also have waters, you also have feminine energy. It's about you accessing that. Okay, and the month is all about building and restructuring and standing on firmer ground, being grounded. I did a lovely grounding this yesterday. It's early mornings now for me here. But yeah, and it being a new moon, and I know that common astrology is saying that the moon is in Aries, but the true sidereal astrology, associated with the fixed stars or the constellations even, is the new moon is actually 17 degrees Pisces, which is that 17 degrees is that infiniteness, that ongoing, the cycle, the cyclic, it's all knowing, all being. It's also the high octave again, or it's a double octave of the 4. Okay, so it's about owning your personal power at its highest vibration, you know, owning yourself in every means of the word, whether it be in business or disciplining yourself to be organized, and just knowing thyself and acquiring all the material acquisition that you want to need in this time. Okay. Yes, and that 16 is 1 and the 6. So we're looking at starting anew, using your willpower, being unique, and using your unique gifts to move to make a better bliss in this time, in this paradigm, in this physical reality. Yes, I'm feeling good because yesterday I don't know, I did a lot. I guess it was the energies that were around as well. I was chilling with my sister for the day, and we just, when we come together, it's like it's a whole new paradigm for me. I swear, I sometimes go back and I sometimes push myself forward, and it's just like it's a lot. But it was fun. It's always fun to be with my sister, other than the times we're arguing and stuff. But we're really coming into a better understanding of each other's energies as we move forward. Yeah, because obviously I've been what's that, shedding my skin for a time, and she hasn't always got that, and I see her changing as well, and I haven't always got that myself. So but now we're coming into a much better understanding of each other, and more tolerable as well, and obviously always able to forgive, and most importantly being able to speak up about what it is that's going on in our minds, why we feel a certain way, why we act a certain way, and that's really important for us to be able to be open and discuss. That doesn't mean hold on to anything. I didn't see this card, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, it's about family and purity, grace. So before I ramble on with the other stuff, yeah, I just want to give thanks. I give thanks for just coming into this new, you know. And so if I didn't clarify, so yes, tropical astrology would say that the new moon is in Aries, but in fact it's 17 degrees in Pisces. Okay, Pisces. So we're still in that dream phase, fantasy, some at times absorbing others' energies very readily, being very deep within our emotions, being able to tap into our intuitive and psychic abilities very keenly, you know, sometimes being a bit aloof, being a bit hesitant and lazy, but being very loving and wise. Because, Pisces is the first and the last if you look at it in certain terms. In the cycle, in the circle, there is no beginning, there is no end. It's just a new. Yes, it's just a new. So we're here. You can celebrate both. You can work with both, because the constellation as it stands, and the actual vibration is about starting a new, full stop. And we have sudden changes because the new moon is conjuncting Uranus. Uranus is seen to be in Aries, but it's actually in Pisces. So the moon and the soul and Uranus all in Pisces. We have a new day, a new way, a new dawn, a new phase, a new stage in this reality. We all have been using that full vibration to restructure, recreate, rebuild our foundations. And it's a beautiful thing, using our spirit first and matter after, being more cooperative with ourselves first, with our higher self, with our inner selves, and then finding a balance and that peace in relationships outside of ourselves. Even though sometimes it could be hard to ever move away or start anew with somebody, or start a complete fresh with just yourself, we've been working at it. We've been working at it, and it's lovely. It's what we need right now. It's what we need right now. And we're going to be so much better off for it in the long run. Okay, so let's get this spread. We have hope, laughter, beauty, and Archangel Gabriel. And hope affirmation is I am eternally optimistic. Yes, it's about being hopeful that all that you need to change is going to yield greatness, is going to be the best for you. And hopeful is about knowing, not second guessing, not believing, but knowing. You know, in that Pisces energy, it's not about belief. Well, Pisces does believe in things, but to transmute that for a higher state, we have to know, keep the hope alive, and know that it's going to be what you need it to be. Being eternally optimistic, seeing the higher octave of everything. Even though it might seem hard or harsh at the time, know that it's for a good reason and it will serve to yield greatness. Okay? Don't worry about nada, laughter we have here. And it says, I see the humor in everything, even in the hardship, even in the things that make you like want to go, whoa, what, why, oh. Be light about it. Be light about it. You know, laugh about it. Yeah, take on that stance. Some people laugh when they're in kind of awkward situations. That's always been quite funny to me. But in retrospect, I see that it's a very good mechanism to kind of keep you from being in the woe. You know, laugh it out. Laugh it out. Find the humor in it. See yourself outside of the situation. I don't think it's cute to laugh when someone drops or anything like that, but in that instance, like something that may seem a bit crass or a bit like, oof, laugh about it. Be light, be joy. Know that it's for a reason, a season, a lesson, and a blessing. So laugh about it. Check, we have beauty. It says, I recognize my beauty and that of others. Yes, you have to see your beauty first. Because once you can appreciate your beauty, then you can appreciate others' beauty. Synonymous to once you can love yourself, then you can love another. Because any other way doesn't work. It does not work. You have to appreciate yourself wholeheartedly, your flaws, warts, and all. So you can truly appreciate another. Because you can say you appreciate somebody, but if you don't really fully appreciate yourself, it's conditioned what you appreciate of that person. You might appreciate their beauty only when they're made up, let's say. But when they wake up first thing in the morning, looking a bit like, a little drug up, if not fully slept, you might not appreciate their beauty then. But what is that? That's not true beauty. That's not true appreciation. Because really appreciating your true beauty is appreciating the beauty within. The beauty within. True beauty exudes from within. The old quote I had. I still use it, but it was under my other name. But true beauty exudes from within. For anybody to for anybody to really sustain beauty in all facets, makeup or not, early morning or late evening, they have true beauty within. And their beauty exudes from within. It stems from within. And that's what we should all be going towards. Aligning ourselves with our highest self, our purest self. To sustain and maintain that beauty within. And if you check out the carry shows I pulled up today, they both came out in yang form. You can see it here. Can you see it? Yeah. That's masculine energy right there. And it comes up on this side. When it's like this, it's feminine energy. When it's like this, it's masculine energy. And both of them come up. Like yesterday, I think they were both yang or yin, which is feminine. But but today they come up, they dropped like the soul, and it's all about the initiative, the new beginnings, the fire, the force, the solar energy, the willpower, the chi, you know. But that always stems from going within. This is the beginning of, after you've come from within, which is the zero or the yin realm. But for you to start a new beginning truly in the bestie, with a grounded and firm foundation, you have to come from within. Now we got yin and yang. Yeah, it's about yin and yang. It's about balancing both energies within. Next we have Archangel Gabriel, which is the affirmation is I am pure and light. And Archangel Gabriel focuses or helps us on the white ray of purification and grace. Okay, helps with our mental patterns, which lower our vibration, and perfect for this day on this 4 vibration, because 4 is a mental number. Okay, Archangel Gabriel also brings order and discipline to our lives. You know, helps us communicate clearly. Also helps our family dynamics. You know, about using your wisdom, your spirit wisdom, your inner standing, your inner knowing. Feeling very serene right now. It's beautiful. So remember, be hopeful. Okay, stay light, joyful, light, laughter, and recognize the beauty of your being. It doesn't have to be physical being. That's why I say beauty exudes from within, because it's about the beauty within you. You know? I know that you are backed by Archangel of grace and purification. You know, in this new transformation, in this new dawn that we're in. We want to eradicate the old thought patterns and balance our emotions on this moon day. And you know, we just got I just got hit with some new information about the twin flame, which resonated so much. This is what I want to share with you, is that the masculine energy operates from the mental body, and the feminine energy operates from the emotional body. Shout out to Gangan Nagi. Gangan Nagi. She's a YouTuber and she channels the divine masculine, divine feminine energies. And she was right on cue. She just popped up on my recommended list, and I'm sure I've seen her thumbnail before, but I never clicked on it before yesterday. And she was hitting me with some like, wow, just some real resonating stuff. And her name's Nagi, which also, and that's her like, she's a Indian American, and you know I'm a Naga, right? So it resonates. And she was just saying some stuff that really, like, things that I say as well. And I was like, oh wow, it's just soul family. It's a beautiful thing when you can come across like that. When you're like, you're not alone, you're not the only one that has this mind naturally. But when you can see it physically, hear it physically, it's uplifting, you know? It helps you just realize that you're not crazy. And I used to say that before when I bucked up to the Hidden Power University, but you know, we grow different phases and stages, because yeah, I moved out of a lot of ways of thinking when it got to that group, but it was needed at the time. And it's good to be able to know that you are growing. For the vortex message, relationship vortex, first one is 55, which is the 1 and the 0. 10, it says everything is always working out for me. Yes, have hope in that. Know that and laugh at anything that doesn't help you, because in laughing and being light and being joyful, you will bring in the right guidance for you. You bring in the archangelic guidance for you to get you to what does work for you. Okay, whenever you feel like, oh, this ain't right, when you do laugh about it, when you do stay light about it, you bring in the divine guidance to help you move from that stage to the next, which will be right for you. Okay, and then we have 25, which is that 7 vibration. It says, causing pain for others would attract pain to me. And when I first got this card, it was telling me that some think that hurting others is causing pain to yourself, and that is true when you do it out of malice, when you're doing it out of crassness. But when sometimes you may inadvertently hurt somebody because you are trying to get to your highest state, and not because you're doing it by force or with malice or intentionally, it doesn't affect you. You won't bring about karma that way, because a long time I believe that karma doesn't know right from wrong, or karma just serves the lessons, and lessons is never really a bad thing. It's only how we perceive it. But it's not about, where am I going? Sorry, I'm jumbling. But I mean, because a lot of people think that, people that do believe in karma, which it doesn't make sense for you not to believe in karma, because everybody has lessons to learn, right? And that's what karma is. But when you give it a certain name, society just makes it feel like, oh, it's not that. Anyways, karma doesn't really, I'm going to rephrase it. Karma does not care whether you did it on purpose or not. But karma does look at the fact whether you did it intentionally or not. Okay, so you may have done something that hurt somebody intentionally. You're gonna get a hard karma. You're gonna get a hard lesson. But when you do something that hurt somebody unintentionally, you're still gonna get a lesson, but it's not gonna be hard. You get it? All right. So yeah, don't worry about. And sometimes when you're looking at you trying to better yourself, and you have, let's say example, you have to move away from a karmic situation and it's hurting them, as long as you've learnt your lesson in that karmic situation and you're not having to repeat that again, then sometimes they're going to be hurt feelings. But if it's for your betterment, you should move. You shouldn't halt yourself because you're thinking you're feeling or that you're paining somebody. Because if you know it's for your highest good to move away, that is what's important for you to do. Because if you don't, that will bring on a harder lesson for you. That will bring on a harder karmic situation for you. Okay. Then we have, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. And that's 26. That's 8, that infinite number. Owning your own power, like knowing that you don't have to control anything or anyone. The only person that you should discipline or organize is yourself, to know that you don't have to control anything or anybody. You just have to be your highest state and work at yourself every day. And there's nothing to control. There is absolutely nothing to control. You can suggest, you can advise, you can guide, but there's no real control. Because trying to control somebody will only, as we say in this deck already, yield more to be controlled. And other than that, trying to control somebody brings like contempt. People end up hating you for it in the end. It's about being disciplined, not controlling. It's about suggesting, guiding, advising, explaining why you want it that way. Why do you think it should go that way? But you shouldn't coerce any situation to make it work out for you. You should be open about why you want it to work out a certain way. And it works better that way. Okay? And the next card is number 1. It says, my life is about my relationships. 110%. And you know that Mercury is out of retrograde now, station direct. So communicating is key. You know, relationships all about how we communicate, how we relate. And it's about starting a new wave on how we deal with our relationships. Starting a new wave on how we deal with our relationships. Okay, always starting the relationship within you first. If you can master the relationship you have with yourself, you know, disciplining yourself, knowing how you react and act in certain situations, then you can have a more conducive relationship with anybody else. If you're being open and communicating clearly, clarifying often, and traveling frequently, which is the quote we have for Mercury. It's important. See how you learn, see how you move, see what you have learned about relationships and communicating within them. Does it still serve you? At this point, you should know what doesn't serve you and what does serve you. So move with what your higher guidance, your higher knowing is telling you. Okay, and for the tarot deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Pentacles. I love this set right here because look, in this energy that we're in right now, we are on a new cycle. We have gone round. We have gone through different seasons, different pillars, you know, and we're on top. Balance, you know, ready to just be on our square, be our wholesome self. This is balance, the yin and the yang, the black and the white, and holding the sword of truth, being able to cut away non-conducive energies, you know, and wisdom coming from the ether. This is the naga, the snake, and we have the devil, the non-conducive energies, and the codependency, the low vibration energy that we have upheld at times, is moving away. Okay, slowly but surely. As long as you keep moving with the cycles, you know. This is Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. These are fixed energies. Okay, if you can move through these fixed energies using their highest vibration and understanding the low vibration, wisdom is yours. Wisdom of high spirituality is yours. Bring that down and know that in this new cycle that you're in, you have to bring that down. You have to be clearer. You have to move away from non-conducivity, because right next to it you have conducive partnerships and relationships. The Three of Pentacles is working together, creating a new communing, recreating, you know, because at the end of the deck you have here the feeling of lack. Where you were in the old cycle, you don't want to be back there. Where you were in the old cycle, you didn't have the partnerships, you didn't have the riches in relationship. You didn't have a wealthy relationship. You didn't have, at least you didn't feel like your relationships were working for you. But since you've been able to go within, which is the next card, go within, take time, and focus on how you are relating and how you are creating these relationships, how you are forming these relationships. You've come up on top. Moving in a new cycle, in a more concrete, more firm, more divinely guided energy, which is the Three of Pentacles. Okay? Well done for that. And look at that, I didn't check, but underneath the deck here, we have clarity for the angel message and positivity, acknowledgement, beginnings, and acceptance. Beautiful. And also underneath the relationship deck, we have, there are many ways to behave. There are many ways for us to behave. And it's 28, again, that new energy of the new earth, being able to, knowing that balancing the spirit and matter is the way forward. And there are many ways to do that. Everyone has an individual way of doing that. And we have different selves that do that, you know. But reach for your higher self. Reach for your highest self. Okay, because this is like your lower self, your mundane self. This is your higher self, and this is your highest self. Okay, and for relationship, for love, romance, we have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And this is divine partnerships, divine guidance. Don't close yourself off. Okay, I know that there's still religious factors here at hand, you know, religious and spiritual factors. You're thinking and feeling that where you are wanting to go out to, where you wanting to go towards love is a bit iffy. Like, don't worry, they're not playing juju on you. They really are just divinely guided. Because I know what this message is about. There's a lot of twin flame divine masculines that feel that their divine feminine is trying to pull the wool over their eyes somehow, that this connection cannot be real. You're manifesting it that way because obviously you already know that they know about manifestation. So you're thinking they're just putting you like a wheel, like, what do you call it, a spool or something, but it's not it. And in your deep knowing, you already know that they're not about that life. They're about a higher octave of that life. Even they don't have to use you. They already know how people are used. They're not about using. They're not about control. They're about organization and being in the high steed. And because they already know who you are. And you too, I keep saying like they, like you don't know. You know, you're just fighting it because you're in this mundane. But I know that you're secretly knowing and you feel it. You know what? I've never noticed this. The different sigils for different religious sects. We've got the there, the crescent and star, crescent, moon and star. We have the Star of David. We have the Ankh. I don't know what that is there. But it's about knowing, and that's another thing with Ganga Nagi, because she said that she understands that, you know, she celebrates all holidays, and that's like when I put up the Chinese New Year, you know, I got some funny energy like, what, huh? And yeah, I celebrate it all. And I even recently, when I was in IKEA, spoke to someone, and he was like, and I said to him, he asked me, what religion do I pertain to? And I said, oh no, I don't pertain to any religion. And he said, and then I said, if anything, I pertain to them all, you know. And I've always said that, I've always felt that, I've always moved like that without really understanding its effects. But yeah, even I used to have issues with my children's father because he was like, you can't be moving with everything. I said, yes, I can, because it all is me. It's all within. It all resonates. They all have some inclination where it just sits right. You know? Hey, baby. So, give thanks for you all. Yes, baby, come here. Give thanks. Have a blissful day. And remember, keep that foundation strong. Keep moving with your soul's knowing, your soul's purpose. You know, you are divinely guided. Take time to figure it all out. It's all there for you. Okay, much love and peace. Enjoy this day. Crystal by Isis or ciao.